A 13 on Your Side weather deck is sponsored by Montel Construction, your home team.
Just about coming up on 7:44 this morning, I'm meteorologist Amber Twardy. We are off to a foggy start across much of West Michigan. Not everybody's seeing it. Closer to the lakeshore, visibility not looking too bad at all, but further inland, that's where we are dealing with a dense fog advisory issued by the National Weather Service out until 10 o'clock. So still going to be dealing with the fog for the next couple of hours here. Here's where we stand in terms of our current visibility. Down to still only a quarter of a mile for Battle Creek, Kalamazoo, Grand Rapids. Looks like even Holland is seeing some of that fog spreading a little bit further to the west. Big Rapids also down to only a quarter of a mile, but Ionia, you're still down to 0 miles of visibility. Off to a foggy start, off to a fairly cool start as well. Now, what I want you to notice here is this little bit of a haze almost that's around the weather ball. That's from the fog. The camera is not all that far off from the weather ball, so this really tells you just how dense this fog is. I can see it out here on the weather deck too. Still, the 13 weather ball is red. Warmer weather is ahead. Very pleasant day ahead of us, just have to deal with the fog first. This view sponsored by LaFontaine Lincoln Grand Rapids. So throughout the rest of the day, here's where those temperatures are headed. Warmer than yesterday, getting into the upper 60s. Just a little bit of a breeze that we're going to be expecting, but not exactly windy. Now, southerly winds, that's going to continue to usher in warmer air as we're heading into the next couple of days, sticking with above average temperatures into this week. Looking at lower 70s for Monday, partly cloudy and warmer. Still seeing temperatures close to 70 and very mild by Tuesday. About a 20% chance, though, that we could see a couple of showers by Tuesday, especially Tuesday night, as a cold front is making its way through the region. Still, with that being said, if we end up seeing some showers, it would likely be overnight into early Wednesday morning, maybe a couple hundredths of an inch. At this point, it still does not necessarily look too likely that a lot of us are going to be seeing much at all, but we do have that chance at very least, and hey, we do need the rainfall. We've been seeing some pretty decent drought conditions, severe drought even through much of West Michigan for quite a while now. Still, here's the good news. Into next weekend, looking at some better rain chances on the way, especially Saturday, continuing with us through the end of the weekend. That'll be dropping our temperatures right back down. So we're having a bit of a roller coaster here as we're still seeing very mild temperatures these next couple of days. Big drop from that cold front moving through mid to end of this upcoming week. Bit of a spike once again by Saturday, upper 60s, but once that rain moves through during the weekend, looks like we're returning to very seasonable lower 60s into the following week once again. So we are going to be seeing that return to seasonable, just a couple of spikes upwards in temperatures. Here's what we're expecting for today. Lakeshore zone, not seeing too much of that fog this morning. Expecting just a couple of clouds for today. Temperatures in the upper 60s and just a little bit of a breeze. Northern zone temperatures largely in the mid to upper 60s with the dense fog advisory out still for this morning. Same thing for our southern zone, temperatures reaching into the upper 60s a little later on. Here's a check of your 13 on Your Side 7-day forecast. Very mild these next couple of days with more clouds Monday and Tuesday as that cold front makes its way into the Midwest, bringing about a 20% chance for some showers, mainly Tuesday night. Other than that, though, much of the week is staying dry. That is until we get to the end of the week. 30% chance for some showers by Friday. Better opportunity, though, into the weekend. That's when it looks like we could start to see some better rain chances on the way. And once again, we definitely need the rain after seeing drought conditions persisting for so long.